Welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Greg Drake. He's the Butler County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. We're going to talk about a resource that we have in the state of Kentucky that is fascinating. And a lot of times we think about Kentucky, we think about livestock and crops, but we sometimes forget about the vast woodlands that we have in the state.
And in Butler County, we're of course in a row crop county, a lot like Warren, where we're going to sell the wheat crop. We're going to plant the corn crop now, and we're going to sell it in October or November. But one of the most important crops in Kentucky is the hardwoods that are growing, and over in the east where we have the Robinson Forest and the research station over there, that's where the research for that crop that is on basically every farm. That hardwood timber, we don't think about it being a crop because we might only sell it once in a generation, maybe twice in a generation if the timing's right. But it's an important thing, important asset for a lot of our farms in all of the areas of the state.
But Robinson Forest is another one of our research areas that does a lot of research about water and forests.
Yeah, it was eye-opening for me when we went over there and toured that last fall to see where so much of the natural research is done. You know, it's hard to do research on any block of land in south central Kentucky because there are so many things that could contaminate the water between houses and agriculture operations, industrial operations. And that whole station, the research station there at the Robinson Forest, is 14,800 acres that nothing else happens on except trees growing and research on natural resources. So it's just a tremendous asset for the people of Kentucky, and something that we don't think about a lot here in south central Kentucky because it's a long way over there for us.
Yeah, it is. It's a long way over there, but if you had a group, that was interested in natural resources or forestry, they do have a little camp there, and they do welcome groups to come.
Absolutely. If a group wanted to study natural resources, if you wanted to go to a timber educational event on the Robinson Forest, you would just stay there on the camp. If you think about an old 4-H camp or something, but it is right there in the forest, and you get up and you're right there. And UK does a ton of forestry education there.
And I really think it's neat that the students get to do research and conduct experiments there, because it really brings home some of that tangible education that we offer through the university, but in a farm setting.
It makes sense when you think about seeing forestry regrowth. When UK got to the Robinson Forest about 100 years ago, it had been clear cut. So we were able to see, and they're able to do research on new growth or second growth forestry that you can't do in big lots on private land. Private landowners are growing those forest crop for their families, to help feed their families, and UK has this huge resource to do that research that couldn't really be done anywhere else. Can you imagine going and asking a cooperator if we could cut down an acre of timber for a research project? It'd be a tough sell in Butler County.
And not only are the students getting an education there, but also they do a lot of education for industry through their Wood Utilization Center.
Yes, Wood Utilization Center there on the Quicksand Research Station. It was part of the Johnson administration, started that thing almost 70 years ago now, I guess. And the tools to make things out of wood, to drive the economy in Kentucky, that's all, a lot of that research and education for small businesses, entrepreneurs, and then industry folks as well. Master loggers get a lot of training in that part of the world as well. So really a neat research place that we don't see a lot because it's far from us, but it's very important to the mission of the UK College of Agriculture.
Yeah, and when we were there, they were getting new kilns in and are able to do some pretty progressive research.
Absolutely, and it's research that we can't do anywhere else because nobody has that stuff. Everybody doesn't need it. We've got it at Robinson's Forest. So it is a big block of ground that's got roads all the way through it that were put in there when they clear cut it over 100 years ago.
All right. Well, thanks for the information, Greg. And if you have questions about Robinson Forest, make sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching and have a great day.